working with Pura syndrome and how to help your son. Now, first of all, there's movements that he has not established in making. So this is where you're going to have a real hard time with your primitive reflexes because you don't have your basic gravitational reflexes. The one that I would go back and work on is the absolute horizon, or, you know, going in with that tummy time. But let's just break it down. First of all, with the vision. Love to see his vision report because he does not have binocular vision, right? And so with the non-binocular vision, we're not going into convergence. Now, to say it's just nystagmus, you know, and what's going on with that, we have to get the vision stronger, but I want to make sure the eyes are examined if they need glasses, because his nystagmus is going to be worse when he's tired or trying to focus, because he literally could have muscle fatigue, and that's where you're getting the shake there. But that's also happening too because of the lack of the pelvic integration. That's why we're looking to see the hip x-rays. I know you're looking for hip dysplasia. There's other things that we look at for structures, especially what's going on with like that right leg. But again, he doesn't have a pubic bone strike and it's not bringing him here. So the pelvis, he's just propped in sitting. So in that position, or the way he's unable to move, he's not going to be able to cross midline to do the things that you're looking for in OTPT because the pelvis is here. I mean, you could sort of do it to yourself if you sit in that position. It's, you know, you and I can do this. This is crossing midline for an adult, but a child would put their arm down. And here, I can't set it up. And also, too, it makes my arms too long, so it throws off my vestibular responses. So you're going to get really frustrated saying that it's a tone situation or it's a syndrome situation where again, we're not setting up the movements necessary for him to develop as if he didn't have the syndrome, you know. And this is where you kind of tease a syndrome, or, you know, and work on, again, what we call optimal development despite having the diagnosis. But the first thing you've got to work on is the face. I really think what happened with the NG tube and possibly intubation, I don't know if there was intubation, but there was definitely an NG tube. He has a bit of an ethmoid jam. So that's where you're getting the vision. So if my vision's here and I have convergence, I have binocular vision, but look at my range. Now, I don't know why I can move my facial bones around, but so now what I'm going to do is widen my palate. So as I widen my eyes, I can't see. So even though my vision was fine a second ago, I can't see because my facial bones have been spread out, and really I have double vision, and I don't have convergence, right? I'm looking towards you. I have directionality, but I'm not like this looking at you. It's a completely different thing. So I really would start with the head and the vision course, see what you can do with him, even possibly while he's sleeping, to work on, you know, getting that ethmoid jam and what's going on there, not as prominent, but just the placement of the NG tube, the Tegaderm tape, and all of this really affects the facial movement, speech, and all of that kind of thing. I'm very proactive about cranial work because my son's having a massive infection in his head for 3 years. So, you know, it's my secret sauce. And that's why I have all that, the cranial work. But right now you're just getting into it. You have to establish it. The second course I'd probably do is a sitting in vision and really go after that pelvis and then the pubic bone strike and those, you know, because he didn't grab his feet. I really would get in the fast start and just slowly go through from the tummy time on and just reestablishing those milestones, because right now he's just propped into place, and so you're looking for functions where he's not progressing into them properly, and he hasn't had that support that he needs. And I think it's really just a bit of tweaking to your program, and then you'll get much more out of it. I know you're doing a ton of stuff, but I just don't want you putting more stuff into your basket that again is just going to be frustrating to you because it's not progressing into something. And this is what I would do. I can make better suggestions if I see his hip x-rays and his vision reports to see if he was checked properly for vision. But really his biggest complications are coming from the lack of cranial movements in the bone, head and the vision course, and then the sitting to work on that pubic bone strike. like I said, reflexes, unless you have an absolute horizon, he has no established in gravity, all your stuff's going to be off. Your Moro and 18R and all this sort of stuff, you know, and you're just going to get frustrated working on those programs and not seeing the results for functional movement that you're looking for. Thanks.